The groups responsible for coordinating the presidential inauguration ceremony and parade held a joint rehearsal on Sunday. It started in the morning on the west front of the U.S. Capitol.
Walk us through what happened here today.
Well, we did 3 walkthroughs with the Armed Forces Inaugural Committee and the staff from the Presidential Inaugural Committee and the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies. Essentially, we ran through the logistics of the inauguration day, putting people through paces. The military had all of their assets in place, the Marine Band, their military escorts, their honor guards, so that we can make sure that everything is going to work and work through the glitches and the things that we have to still figure out. It's basically about movements, about timing, about making sure that President-elect Obama is standing on that platform to take the oath of office before noon.
How do you think it went?
I think they went pretty well. I mean, this is really a chance for us to figure out the details that have to still be worked through a little bit more. But for the most part, everything worked. I think we did get the president sworn in the time frame that the Constitution requires, and we, can walk away with a lot of lessons.
What's left to do?
There's a lot left to do. It's all detail work at this point. It's details of the logistics, the movements, and it's also details like putting the carpet down on the platform, getting everything on the platform, the drapery, the carpet, all making it beautiful. And then, every one of the people working on this has a different part of the ceremony that they're responsible for, and all of us have a lot of details still to work out. But, we've got about 10 days left, and we'll be ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 44th President of the United States, Barack H. Obama.
My fellow Americans, God bless America.
The person that was selected had to be the accurate height, gender, and ethnicity for the day, so it limited, but yes, there was certainly some increased interest, and this individual, Staff Sergeant Brooks, actually was able to meet President-elect Obama last week.
When does planning for this begin?
The planning begins in different phases. There's long-term planning, such as planning for the platform and the construction and all of the details that the architect of the Capitol's office is in charge of, and that began well over a year ago. The Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies was formed in early 2008 and was really getting up and running over the summer.
So how many people are working on this?
Well, there's a lot of different groups. Our committee staff is actually only 15 people, which is an extraordinarily small number. But obviously there are many, many more. The military had 1,500 people, I believe, participating today between here and the parade. And then all of the various offices from the Capitol have people involved, the Architect's Office, the Capitol Police, and then of course the Presidential Inaugural Committee has several hundred people working for them.
And what about your budget?
The budget for the Joint Congressional Committee is $1.24 million, and that is to pay for the West Front ceremonies as well as the inaugural luncheon. That does not include security, and that does not include construction costs.
Today we're doing a rehearsal both of the swearing-in ceremony at the Capitol and the inaugural processions that follow. There's actually 2 movements up the street. There's the President and his escort, which include military ceremonial units, and they'll go to the White House. Immediately following that, and to most people it'll look like one procession, is the inaugural parade itself, which will include both military and civilian units on January 20th. Today, with one exception, it'll just be military folks.
What will be the civilian unit that's taking place?
I understand that Dunbar High School is going to be marching today.
How many people take part in this rehearsal?
In the rehearsal, there'll be approximately, most of the military folks, there'll be about 2,000 people in the military procession up the street. On January 20th, there'll be more than slightly less than 15,000 people in the parade, and a total of about 5,000 military supporting the ceremonies.
Do you expect there to be changes on Inauguration Day based on what happens here today?
I would expect some minor changes. A lot of the details that we work out today are where one group has been planning one piece of the operation, another group has been planning another piece, and today is where you find where those may conflict slightly. We have to deconflict, perhaps security, road movement versus getting a particular bus through an area. So those kind of minor details. But I wouldn't expect any significant change from what happens today than Inauguration Day. Other than that, that will be basically longer in real time. They'll do the speeches and play all the music, and there will be, of course, all the civilian participants will be here on the 20th.